Love has spoken.
What is it really that you ask? Want to know all the nations in my family's past? Oh, just asking so you can be politically correct. Is that the reason why I have to bubble it in on a standardized test? Testing you to see if you care, but who cares because it's so systematic. I'm starting to feel like a statistic and I've had it. Do not treat me as if skin color reflects GPA. Please let us acknowledge that the Little Rock 9 paved a way. So today I say yes, I am black, but I am not the loud talking, gum smacking, weed patting chick in the back that disrupts the priceless flow of learning. I am a scholar that leaves you yearning. You crave to know more, only a sophomore, yet I have a GPA of 4.74. Take your stereotypes and you can because I am an African American that can speak Spanish. I will not melt within a system ran on race. Digo que no. I will seize every day and utilize all that I know. Entonces yo digo, aprovechalo. Jamie Dawson.
Starving artists sell out to advertise weapons manufacturers, building nuclear warheads to light up a skyline while neglecting the fire in our minds. White-hot furnace thoughts forging knowledge for self-defense. Children see burning buildings when they close their eyes. I heard these are the last days, the end of the world as we know it, falling empire with the people below it. We need freedom schools, not charter schools. Classrooms dedicated to knowing ourselves, instead of assimilating young revolutionaries into this burning ship of a vicious system, twisted like the language that our lips did. Truth is a foreign tongue. This ritual is how we teach each other. Between us, we got the skill to survive, thrive, and rise like the flower that was never supposed to grow. Seattle, Henry.
How times have changed since I was young. All the things I lived through and seen. But you're quick to say I'm still a child. But I have my own civil rights to speak of, my own movements. I remember watching the second plane hit and thinking action movies don't happen in real life. See, now that the Rugrats are all grown up, you call it bullying. Well, who remembers Jenna 6? And how long before you forget Trayvon Martin or the look you gave your spouse when you heard about Sean Bell? The moment the whole world stopped to look at the man in the mirror when you learned that he could walk on moons. But he won't live forever. When Katrina took to the stage, we watched men stand on roofs they built screaming SSU, and 5 years later the night still screamed, someone save us, as Haiti shook the earth, but not the Haitians standing. When Bernie said his last joke, or Whitney sang her last song, I will always love you. I can tell my children that I was the first African American presidential inauguration. See how cold but bittersweet the air was, watching my grandmother's hand shake, hallelujah, like holding free land. She whispered, the work is only done as someone did when she was my age, and I wonder, Grandma, what God do you love? Now that I'm old enough to pick church, old enough to pick meditation over church, I've seen more bodies on backs of t-shirts than in hallways. My parents are more human than superhero, and I hate them for it. And I love the woman that's made me.
For their children to birth the revolution. But how much longer can we wait? How long can we withstand the weight of our reality? Call today the future. Let us give birth to the revolution. No, let us be the revolution. Revolt against the system that tells us to sit down and shut up. Let us breathe our revolution in questions. It's time for us to stop being so afraid of everyone's faces that we don't speak out, that we don't ask questions, that we can't expand our knowledge. We have to take the future in our own hands. Handle our minds with care, because thinking inside the boxes God never told us to live in and waiting for something to happen just doesn't seem to be working.
Poets, for showing up to shine, for reaching your spirits up to the sky, for reminding us we are always on time. So smile and laugh and yell and cry. We lift our songs and souls and fly. The world is better for each line. Our hearts are better for each and every word. So speak and scream and demand to be heard, and thank your voice, your resilience, your shine, and your clouds. We hold our wholeness in our loud, the paths we walk, have long been paved, the message defined before we hit stage. Thank you, past. Thank you, ancestors' breath. Thank you, challenge. Thank you, next. Thank you, thank you, thank you, heart. We will never end, only restart. Maura Persh, Boston, Massachusetts, by way of Minnesota and Wisconsin.
To something as colorful as the blood-stained airbag pressed against his fractured heart that evening. Already murdered before the accident, though. Shot multiple times in the head with your confusion. Unable to stand up for himself, knelt down with all the stress you put on him. You made him this way. Played games with his mistakes, then ordered him to stay. He loved you, would do anything for you. He gave you his heart, literally. And you paid him back with pity. Not giving a care about his hopes and dreams, just made sure you were able to lower his self-esteem, it seems. As if that was all you were good at. His self-esteem dropped hard, putting more pressure on the gas pedal as he drove aimlessly into the highway rail, as if he was remembering how he fell in love with you, without thought. I thought my brother was stronger than that. I thought me and his relationship was stronger than that, stronger than notebook paper bled on by pen. He replaced a face-to-face conversation explaining his cry for help with words that were written. He wrote, I hope you can forgive me. Be able to understand that my life isn't worth living now. Don't let this family fall apart because I'm not here. Be there for your little sister. Remind her every day that I love and miss her now. Don't throw your life away like I did. Keep your grades up and go to college because I know in my heart you're gonna be somebody, and now I love you. For you, I would do anything, so if you could grant my last wish at my funeral, recite a poem for me. I'm sorry, but I refuse to say a poem at your funeral. Explaining in detail how I really feel about you would take a lifetime, time that I could spend telling you in person. And the worst thing is you don't even know why you did this, love. You overdosed on love. When you love somebody, you give them the power to break your heart, but trust them enough not to. And she fooled you, manipulated you, put all her stress on you, then sugarcoated it to make it seem like it was okay. I just think your fractured heart for being pressed up against that blood-stained airbag, pouring enough color into your pulse to save you from seeing your last sunset. No matter how beautiful you thought it would be, it doesn't compare to seeing your smile at sunrise. Danielle Horton, Flint, Michigan.
Use the X-ray vision to see past society's bullshit before it dilates. Teachers are blessed with the name professors, nurturing the new generations of mutants until they are ready to sign their names next to the X. Professor X gave me the confidence to clench my glasses and embrace the visions of the Cyclops. Pens between my knuckles and fight social justice with peace of paper that bite like bulldogs. How such can be done is mystique, but don't sleep on my people or else you'll take me by storm. The youth are more than just comic book meddling kids. Our stories are worth more than $3.99. We will occupy Oakland, D.C., Atlanta, Wall Street, and your mind. Tamper with the magnitude of discrimination until it becomes non-existent. Students, grab your pens and grab your books because this is the last stand.
When your tree falls in the forest of ignorant people, can anybody hear? The greatest challenge of today is not being human, but finding something to live for. My education shouldn't teach me how to sweep my own jail cell because they think that's my future. I got dreams and ambitions that go beyond the carbon dioxide of this microphone to hear them. Financial aid will never teach me how to be quiet. I shouldn't have to lace these words with scriptures to preach. We are more than a voice. We are the passion for the future. Gravity doesn't hold back dreams, just the bodies that suck. Sean Waddell, dreams on my phone.